Alright, today we're going to be making these. It's just a spring and washer combo that we normally use in the press, but they've been glued together to make putting them on and off a lot easier. Just a convenience thing. I've tried this before with regular glues. Doesn't really work out super well because of the heat and the movement. So we need something really strong. Is that cracking? Anyway, so we're going to be using JB Weld or a JB Weld equivalent. These are open, so I'm going to use these. And we need to use JB Weld or an equivalent because one, the high heat, and these sorts of epoxies can handle high heat, and two, really high strength. We don't want them to be cracking and letting go, and we also want them to be able to grab onto metal really well. So I made like a bunch of these. These worked really well. I only had one where the top broke off, but I think it just didn't get good adhesion. My washers are already pretty beat up, so I'm not really like scratching them or anything, but probably a good idea to just kind of scratch them up so the glue has something, the epoxy has something to hold on to. But anyway, yeah, let's make some of these. Nice little silicone plate. Great for mixing because you can clean it up later. And this stuff mixes fast, so I do a little bit at a time. Is that even? That looks about even. There we go. And a silicone mixer because it can be cleaned up. They really need to make a silicone stir stick with like a metal core so it's stiff, but the outside is coated in silicone. It'd be great for mixing. Although it would need to be tapered so the stuff like pops off really easy. But there we go. Pretty good. Right, and it's pretty much this simple. Dip the spring in the epoxy, slather it on a washer. Something I was doing was throwing these onto a press and then throwing a couple of other washers on top to act as like a clamp. Oh, those are different size. We get the idea. Just give it a little bit of weight. But yeah, honestly, that's all it took for these. Alright, let's do this before this stuff dries. These are the large springs that get cut in half. And then we're going to be using the small springs. Oh no. Oop. Now you don't want to get too much on there because you don't want to interfere with the spring. You just want it to hold on. Okay, is that all the big ones? Okay. Alright, we're going to try a small one real quick. We'll see how this works. Oh no, it's okay. We'll do this one. Okay, so I was thinking, put a spring down. Get some epoxy on there. And I don't know if I talked about these in my main press video, but this is a really cheap conduit pipe. The cheapest one they have, actually. There we go. and this limits how much that spring compresses. It is not necessary. It just makes things convenient because you can really tighten it down. What I did was I compressed the spring to the very, like, the exact amount and measured it, and then these are cut to that amount. It just keeps me from over tightening these smaller springs. But again, it's not necessary. All right, and these ones, I think we're going to do something similar. I think we're going to end up throwing these onto a press. Here, this press was ready to go. All right, let's get that lined up, and then we'll throw some springs on it as a weight. I'm not going to get too many of these. That's okay. I don't know if these are going to work like this. Alright, we're losing epoxy. So yeah, we're just going to get 2 of them. Let's try if we can. Alright. Oh no, got some epoxy. That's not good. Ah! Oh my god, I'm a mess. Okay. It's been a rough week. But anyway, hopefully these little ones will work. There's not so much epoxy that I can't just break it off if it doesn't work either. But anyway, it's just a thing for convenience. It's totally unnecessary. But I have found that I use the press more when it's much easier to grab everything you need and just kind of throw it on and ready to go. So yeah, JB Welded Springs.